All right, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this program. While you are joining, share this video and invite everybody to join. Before we proceed, I would love to actually tell Facebook to and YouTube to allow me to use my national anthem to actually welcome the friends and well wishers of Biafra and the Biafra people. One moment. I think the voice is not coming out. The voice of the song is not coming out. One moment. Okay, let me try to bring it here. Think if it is going to take long for me to bring it here, I will where it you will hear the sound. I will have to actually, but let us hold on to this first. Those on Twitter can hear the sound.
Anybody I curse is cursed. Once I condemn you, you're finished. Ask the Sabo. Those that tried to take over power when I was in prison because I valued them, thought they were doing what we all swore to do. As soon as I went into prison, they started to connive to take over power. Where are they today? Because I cursed them, and they will never have peace. I won't touch them, I won't harm them, but they'll never have peace. Today they are worthless. Absolutely worthless. They started to connive to take over power. Where are they today?
Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I welcome you to this evening broadcast. While you are joining, share the video, invite others to join. If you are joining us, share the video, invite others to join. We are live and we are direct. Wherever you are joining from, share this video. Are you watching on Twitter? Share the video, retweet the video on Twitter. Wherever you are watching from, are you watching on Facebook, a Judge Money blog? Share the video, invite others to join. Are you watching on YouTube, a Judge Money blog Africa? Share the video, invite others to join. We are here once again to do the. Of course, there is some, we're going to actually be sending message to those who sent agent provocateur to us. We are going to be dealing and, translating the conversation during the interrogation between Ekberima in Finland and his ex-wife Marina. It is very, very important that whatever we do, first of all, let me make sure we are coming out clear. All right. We are coming out clear, filtered. So while you are joining, invite others to join. Invite those agent provocateur, autopilot, those who claim they have been on the side of the truth. I want you to invite them this evening, this morning, this afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. Invite them. It is the time now to do the needful, because in this life, whenever you finish run your race, you count the miles that you have achieved in your race. That is exactly what we are here to count this evening. Yesterday we did exposition. Yesterday we did analysis. Yesterday we did, the needful. So this evening, morning, and afternoon, according to where you are watching from, I welcome you to welcome those whom we are talking about this evening. Of course, you can see a video right in front of you. You can see that video right in front of you. When you are joining this program, click the like button. If you are watching on YouTube, click the like button for the algorithm to continue to do the sharing, and share the video as well. If you are watching on Facebook, don't forget to click the like button. While you are commenting your heart, don't forget to click the like button. It will also make the algorithm to do the sharing the more. So we are here once again this evening to talk about this criminal in Finland, agent provocateur, because when he started all this shenanigan, I told him, and I told him that, when the worst case, the worst thing that will happen to him is when he get himself into trouble. And I told him recently again, when he find himself into trouble, all those people that Rolito Nochie, Rai Mohammed, gathered on the social media, that are only going about on the comment section, which are comment section errats. They are called the errats. All those people, are they going to actually come for his aid? I asked him that, and I don't think he got the point. But based on what is going on right now, I believe he is getting the point now. The reason why I say that I believe he is getting the point now is because when you look at what is going on, you will understand that everything this guy has planned for against IPOB is coming back hunting him. And I warned him when he actually experienced the first stroke that struck him. I told him, the time I always say that na nwoke na ife na-eme, I told Ekperima, what you saw is a sign. It is the beginning of a new beginning in your life, because you don't understand that Biafra is a spirit. That is the reason why we are telling all these criminals gathering around Biafra struggle, believing it is a family business. That is the reason why we are talking to these people in the likes of Nayanya and every other person that is involved in this thing. You are trying to reap from where you did not sow, or trying to use IPOB as a venture, as a business, and you are not accountable to anybody because you believe that you are indispensable. I am also going to remind Canon Takano, Nenayanya, among other people who are carrying propaganda trying to bring this honorable movement down. I am going to tell you again this evening, and go and mark my word. The only thing that will make what I am telling you this evening not to come to pass, it is if you change from your evil ways. I warned Ekperima in several occasions. Ekperima did not listen. Ekperima opened his mouth, said that he will be the end of Biafra. That he will be the end of Biafra. And so many of you believe that he is saying he will going to be the end of the DOS. You don't understand the meaning of what he says. He will be your end. But little does he know that Biafra is bigger than everybody. And that is what actually prompted me to tell him, Ekperima, I will be your end. It is very, very important we continue to remind ourselves where we began and where we are going. So today you have seen where Simon have landed himself. So I am calling on Nayanya. I am calling on Canon Takano. I am calling on all these criminals who are calling themselves the legal team of Canon Takano, who goes around or who goes about writing junk and giving brown envelope journalists to publish against those who are doing the needful, because they are standing in your way of using IPOB to make money. I am warning you. I am calling on you people, Nenayanya Kanon Takano, to retract your step. The fact that we come online and talk about you people every day, it is because you people are our own people. You guys supposed to be our own people. You guys supposed to be the people that we look up to. But in a situation whereby the people we look up to are now looking down on us, it means that, we need to change our approach towards them. Because there is a saying that says, respect work both ways. You earn and respect. Respect is earned. It is reciprocal. So in this regard, this recharge card media warrior is now telling you, Canon Takano, it is very important for you to retract your step. It is very, very important that I tell you to retract your step. Because if you don't, it will be like a very, it will be like something that will come, very quickly in your life that you will not know which angle it come from if eventually you come out of it. I want you to know that Biafra is a spirit. No matter what you are doing today, believing that you are more smart than every other person, I can assure you categorically you are not. Even if you are smart than those who follow you, you are not smarter than the God that give us strength to preach Biafra. You are not smarter than the Chukwokike Abiyama who made us all relevant in this struggle. You are not smarter than him. But I'm warning you right now, Canon Takano, Nenayanya, all of you who are using this Mazen Namde Kano's predicament as a business, who is trying to make people believe that we are building Nigeria inside Biafra. It is a sabotage. It is a very, very dangerous sabotage that you people are bringing into this struggle. Very, very dangerous sabotage. I am warning all of you that you should retract your step. I don't hate any of you. I love you guys. God and man knows. Chukwu Okike Abịama knows that I love all of you. And I wish that all of us will live to see Biafra. But Chineke zie m ozi ma ejezie ndị dị ndụ. Kanu nta kanu, nne nna ya anya. Retract your step while you can. It is not about Oga go and sleep. You can write junk as much as you want. It is not the matter of Oga go and sleep. I am telling you. Write today's date. Let me call the date for you. Today's date is Tuesday, March 14th, 2023. The time is 29 minutes before the top of the hour, regardless of where you are watching from. It is 8:30 in the land of Elohim. Or will I say 29 minutes before 9 o'clock in the land of Elohim. Chukwu Okike Abịama, where there is a 0 latitude and 0 longitude. That is today's date. Mark my word of what I am telling you. Retract your step and you will get that sign. By the time you get that sign, you will ignore it. And then I don't have time to talk about your in-law because your in-law is inconsequential. His problem is poverty. He needs help. So he can do whatever he can in order to, fall in line. That is the only thing I can say about him. But you cannot Takano. I know poverty is also your problem, but poverty shouldn't make you. Everyone is struggling one way or the other. No one is financially free as long as you're a black man. No one is financially free, but do not let the hunger for money and the hunger for, exploiting others. Do not let it destroy you because you are actually dabbling in the affair of, something that is very significantly holy, a mandate of heaven. I love you, all of you, but be careful. So this evening I want to talk about this guy called Agent Provocateur. When you see everything that he is doing, you will understand that, actually what I am going to tell the zoo or those politicians who brought him to actually contend with IPOB and Biafra struggle. Let me try to see if I can bring more people into this program. Those who brought him to the light, to the place where he found himself trying to contend with IPOB and the people of Biafra. I want to ask those people, do you still have any more piece of, any more peace left? Because we have defeated you. We have defeated you. Do you still have any other thing? Because we have defeated your more than 15,000 recruited criminals, ERAT, all over social media to come and fight IPOB, to come and do, psychological warfare so that there will be more online every day. People will be believing that IPOB is divided more than ever before. You guys that actually, follow up those algorithms that you set up in this media space that is following and promoting this autopilot criminal syndicate, which is as a result of so many people actually believe that now majority carries the vote on the media space, and they actually started promoting Agent Provocateur. If you actually look at it, you will understand what I am saying, because when so many people who come online believe that it is those who have the number that is the, that are the people who are more truthful to the cause, because they always go to where they see more numbers. They go where they like gossip. We will continue to go do it with our low numbers. And we know, I always say, like I always say, that the number is not the issue. It is those who are actually part of the number. Two parts of us are going to be cut off. Those who see the number that was recruited on the media space for agent provocateur to continue to destroy, disseminate, false information against IPOB, I want you guys to know that we have defeated you all. Do you still have anything left to throw at IPOB? Do your worst. Now, I want to bring to you the agent provocateur you people sent to destroy Biafra land and to destroy this struggle. I want to bring him to you. When he is now at the mercy of Marina, the ex-wife. And I told you that the ex-wife was the one who has been the lawyer. I said it in 2021. Today, it has happened that all of you are now seeing it. Of course, so many criminals that he worked with, some of them are actually now realizing exactly what is the problem. They are now realizing exactly what happened. That the man is sinking. It is in my, deepest regret to see that you are sinking, Simon. I am not happy about it. But all I know is that the evil that men do will always dwell with them. Evil that men do will always dwell with them. Regardless of how, I can actually fight you whichever way, as long as I am fighting you as an enemy at that moment, but I don't wish you ill. But the evil that men do will always come back hunting them. And each and every time I pray, I pray that everybody who is involved in this Biafra struggle, who is not truthful to the cause of this Biafra struggle, should actually live to suffer the consequences by themselves, not leaving it for their unborn children. Because these children will begin to suffer for what they know nothing about. So, the evil that you did, especially against Biafran people, against IPOB, you shall live to reap them accordingly. So, now there is a video in front of us. I hope I am. Let me take this call. Mazi. All right. All right. Well. All right. So, as it is right now, let us go to this video. But before we go to this video, I want to give you update on the visitation of our erudite barrister EJIOFOR to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the update. Remember that so many people were actually, going about, including some prophets, fake prophets. They have already started prophesying that they see the change in the legal team. These are like, so many people don't know the reason why I am always, skeptical about all these people who call themselves the prophet and the priest. Very, very skeptical, and then you will not understand the reason, but the reason is very, very valid. And when you actually grow up to the level of this spirituality and the knowledge of it thereby or thereof, the knowledge thereof, you will be able to understand what these so-called men of God are doing. All of them, there is none of them that I have seen that is holy. There is none of them that I have seen that is doing the right thing. Regardless of how much you see or population rallying around them, I have not seen the one that is doing the right thing according to the Bible they use every day to preach and exploit our people. But that will be a topic for another day, if need be. So let us go to the update from our leader, Onyondumazen Nnamdi Kanu, through the legal team. Let me read. Update on today's visit to the indefatigable client Onyondumazen Nnamdi Kanu at the headquarters of the Department of State Service DSS Abuja, where he is being illegally and unconstitutionally detained in solitary confinement. And in this update, all this thing of changing of legal team, I see that it is here. It is actually clarified here. So before I proceed, let me see if I am able to bring more people. I don't know why I cannot. Once I am done with it, with the update, then I believe I will log off from Twitter. Once I am done with updates, I will log off from Twitter. Those who are on Twitter, you can join us on Facebook and YouTube. We don't have much time because I want to actually, what I am talking about this evening, it is not Twitter stuff. So let me give the update before we log off from Twitter. It is not Twitter stuff. So let me continue as we bring the update. Listen to the update and listen attentively. Let me read it from the phone so that it will be closer to me. All right. It says, today's routine visit to our indefatigable client Onyondumazen Nnamdi Kanu was eminently and personally led by our erudite-led counsel, Prof. Mike Ozokomesan, Corn, OFR, PhD, who could not make it during last Thursday routine visit because he was a bit under the weather. Onyendu, who was visibly shocked to the marrow by the news of the offending, false, spurious, and misleading publication making the round the social media and the print media to the effect that his dogged, outstanding and formidable legal team, ably led by the legal Iroko of our time, Prof. Ozoko Mesan, had been disbanded and some of its counsel debriefed. Onyendu consequently directed me to immediately correct the false and baseless piece of lies and inform the members of the general public as follows. The reason why I am reading this evening is for you to understand the reason why we always say Canon Takano and those lawyers that he is always using to go to the governors to go and claim relevant, to make himself relevant in the house of the governors who are the enemies to Biafrans. It is the reason why I am reading this piece, because they are the ones who are propelling this cheap propaganda. Now, number one, that at no time did he ever say, contemplate, or ever cross his imagination to reshuffle his impeachable legal team, nor did he ever discuss with anybody or any member of his legal team, whether as named in the fake news or any relatives, that he wanted to reshuffle or disband his legal team. He described the news as fake news from hellfire. Number two, that the narrative desperately being pushed out by a fifth columnist was aimed at defending, disparaging, and embarrassing, provoking, and frustrating his erudite-led counsel, Prof. Ozokome-san, into quitting his cases and abandoning him. That's exactly what they want, so that they will be going to the governors and be begging him for money. You know, now it is now difficult. The son that is defending him is no longer there because they wanted to place another son there. Remember when Ozokome was hired, Ejimako was pushing in another son. Even though this son is a Biafran, he's also a Biafra, just like I believe that Ozokome have a blood of Biafra in him as well. And he's also a Biafran. If I am correct about his coordinates and his route. I just like when Ozokeme was selected and Ejimako started pushing on for a son, and that son, his name is I think Chukwuma somebody. I am not actually being prejudiced against the son, but the game that was played there, the conflict of interest that I saw playing out there, that is actually what I am actually touching on, because I saw him talking about that, bringing news another son, as if it was not actually the case, because everything that these people are fighting is for them to be the one in charge of the legal team. Because now Barrister Joffo and Michael Ozokome the son being there, it is actually a big problem for them. It is a big, stumbling block for their agenda. So that is the reason why they are fighting tooth and nail to make sure, to even to the extent they want San to actually give up and say that he cannot bear this insult anymore. Their plan is to abandon Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the solitary confinement while going to use his name to enrich themselves. Now let us continue. That the narrative desperately being pushed out by fifth columnists was aimed at defaming rather, disparaging, embarrassing, provoking and frustrating his erudite lead counsel, Prof. Ozokome San, into quitting his cases and abandoning him on the purported premise that the offending publication were hatched or permitted by Onyendu. Are you paying attention? This is the way they will always go. Tell you that Onyendu told them to go and meet Femi Falana. Go and meet other secret people that is not known. That Onyendu told them to go and meet these people. At the end of the day, it is as a result, all of them are liars from the pit of hell. The only thing they are chasing after, it is for their own selfish aggrandizement. And that is exactly their downfall. Now, Onyendu did not. It is all fabrication by those who are envious of success notched by Prof. Mike Ozokome-san since he took over his case. Onyendu reiterated his unshaken and absolute confidence in his legal team by ably led by Prof. Mike Ozokome-san, and further stated that deeply appreciate the untiring and the unmatchable industry and effort of Prof. Mike Ozokome II towards securing his unconditional release from the dungeon of the DSS, having been fully discharged by the Court of Appeal, which further prohibit his detention and prosecution since the 13th of October 2022. This is this is exactly the reality of it. This is exactly the reality of it. This president, this man you call president in Aso Rock, is the man whom the ECOWAS is trying to give award an icon of being a democracy icon, because he practiced the best democracy in the world. That's why he deserves a democracy icon. But let me take you, this people, our people to the memory lane and the ECOWAS, so-called ECOWAS, who are, planning on giving him democracy icon. Like I will always say, democracy is always built in three arms of government: the judiciary, executive, and the legislature. And all these arms of government, they are all, they are independent to one another. Now, but in this Fulani Fido system, they don't recognize any of these arms of government. When things began to go very bad in Nigeria, the legislature's supposed to buckle and pull up their socks and actually move a motion of no confidence or move a motion to impeach the president. But instead, these people, they started, complaining. What were they doing? They started doing protest. Instead of doing what the job of legislature is all about, because they know they are not under democracy. They are under feudal system. That even if they move a motion to impeach the president, not just a president, an imposter. If they move a motion to impeach the imposter, that means they are in trouble. So this is the same person who practiced the best democracy in Africa that deserve Democracy Icon Award. The same man that undermined the duty of judiciaries. He undermined the duty of judiciary. Not only that he undermined the duty of the judiciary, he undermined the right of every individual in Nigeria. That is the reason why they went and they do print a new money. They printed a new money without making sure that this new money is disseminated all over the place so that people will have access to them. Because this is the same man who say he practiced democracy. In this act of printing a new money or making changing the color of the money, it is not an act of democracy. Because democracy is when you do something that will be beneficial to the people. And before you pass this law, it must go through the legislature. It must go through the legislature before you pass the law. And people will be well informed, including people in the rural areas. They must be well informed that this is exactly what is about to take place. And that money, the availability of the new currency must be properly put in place before actually taking action against the old money. But instead, people are buying money with money in Nigeria today under this man who deserves a democracy icon, making people to suffer in order to access their money under democracy. We will not even call it the dictatorship, because even dictatorship, you will actually see that people are living fine under dictatorship. This is the devilship. This is satanic means of politics that they practice. People cannot access their hard-earned money. Buhari did not give people employment. More than 66% of, they claim. How many did they claim that is unemployed? They claim it is 37%, but which is a lie. But let us be politically correct. 37% of people who are unemployed in Nigeria, but it is 66% that are unemployed. If they want to say it is 37% of people who are unemployed in Nigeria, it means that 66 million people are unemployed. 66 million people are unemployed in Nigeria. So these 66 million people who are unemployed in Nigeria, they had in money. You did not make available, you did not make any means of survival for them. You didn't create it as the government, which they choose to see and cater for that. You never create job opportunity. They grappled, they graft, they actually do everything they can to make that money. Then you come back and you seize that money, making them to use the little they have to buy the currency. Corruption taken too far. The same man under democracy that deserves democracy icon. According to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted by the court of a competent jurisdiction under the judiciary that is presumed to be independent under this democratic dispensation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, because he is demanding for what is rightfully ours, fighting for the freedom of his people. The same whoever that is in Asorok flouted the order of the court and continued to illegally detain him. When they did such thing to Robert Sebukwe of South Africa, I can categorically tell you, do you know they amended the constitution? They moved a motion to amend the constitution. If you check a constitution of South Africa today, if you read the story about Robert Sebukwe, you will understand that there is a part where there is a part of the constitution which is called, by Robert Sebukwe Amended Act, or I can't remember how I read it, but there is a constitution amended. And the reason why it was amended, for them to use it to tackle the legal, judiciary, because they know, executive knows that he cannot interfere with the judiciary except if they go through the, this legislature and make move a motion for a constitution amendment, for them to use it to now come to the judiciary. That's how they did it. But in this regard, no constitution was consulted. So the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is officially illegal. Officially illegal. And has consequences in the ICC, International Criminal Court. If they are up and running, or if all these lawyers who will always come to the media to write to us, Nigeria will be taken to International Criminal Court, this and that. Every day you are telling us this will happen, this will. But we have not seen anything. Nigeria government detained Mazi Nnamdi Kanu illegally. That is exactly what you saw here, written here. Since the 13th of October, 2022, he has been detained illegally in the solitary confinement, which has consequences. Now, the fourth one, that he is constantly in touch with Prof. Ozekhome-san on every routine visit on the update